So Easy T is the one that took the matter to court, not Mercy Chinwo. Easy T. Mercy Chinwo has responded to the allegations, or would I say the social media brouhaha that has been led by Easy Concept. Now, if you have watched our 2 videos on this, I never planned or intended to make up to this amount of videos on this conversation. But of course, every day things keep coming out, so I have to wait and see some other responses. Now, if you've watched my first video on this, about 80,000 people watched it, but not the same people watched the second part. So you might say, hey George, you are being biased. But if you had watched as well both part of the videos, based on what had come out before, at least on Easy Concepts part, the assumptions I made in those videos are what I am seeing right now in Mercy Chinwo's revelation. And I will say one thing for sure, Easy Concept, if what Mercy Chinwo is saying right here is correct, which I see to be correct because I have the contract right here with me. Yes, the contract that Mercy Chinwo signed. Easy Concept is really indeed a great intelligent manipulator. Remember, like I said in my previous video, Easy Concept oversense the worry you. But anyway, we are going to see that, of course, as we progress in this conversation. Now, one thing I would note, even though I'm going to discuss about the person of GDK in my next video, this one I'm just looking at Mrs. Chinwo's response. Remember that video that I played where Easy Concept was sitting with Judy K and the husband, and they were looking at the situation with respect to her contract and if there's any discrepancies? My God. Judy K's revelation, just to give a hint, the video they titled it, Easy Concept team or media team titled it sometime in March 2024. And Judy K has claimed that he had never been in that kind of conversation with Easy Concept in 2024, and that particular video was from 2023. You see, I face the facts of what they put out there, I give my objective commentary, and now of course the other party is speaking. So Easy Concept, you have to prove to the community or to those who follow you that indeed that meeting happened on the date you say it happened in 2024, because that is gross manipulation of issues on social media.
Leave food and touch God. You too like food. You too like food. You too like food.
And I said this thing as well, which is what I'm seeing happening here with Mercy Chinwo. For Easy Concept to mention 600,000 whatever, I told you people here that that was more like a soft landing for him to really more like be present to the people that, she don't collect better money. But again, does that mean, and I asked you, so those who were listening, and I asked, when you say that you have given her 600,000 whatever till date, when was the last time you paid her royalties or remittances? Indeed, of course, what Mercy Chinwo is revealing in this particular issue agrees to my assumption. So Easy Concept, you people, why are you doing like this? He who comes before equity must come with clean hands. Oh, that this thing. Don't you know this? But so I have to state this categorically clear. As I'm looking at this part of the conversation, a bit of an issue I have with Mercy Chinwo as well, but greatly you will see me agree to the point that Mercy Chinwo has raised in her response as we look at this. Remember, we have to look at all sides based on those who get to speak. You were not there, I was not there. The best we can do is discuss about the situation based on what we see coming out. I hope it makes sense. So I'm going to get to the point where we get to the contract, but I'm going to read Mercy Chinwo's reply to the situation because I took time to read Easy Concept's reply as I was reacting accordingly. If you have the time, listen. Time, let's go on as well here, okay? So Mercy Chinwo and Mr. Ezekiel Tangled Easy T setting the record straight. Now, before I get to go on as well here, I have seen this video, I have seen this video, I have seen this video, I have seen this video. Okay, just so you know that I am fully aware of everything. I have to follow everything systematically. All right. So before you start talking about this person say, Shim say, everyone could be speaking on different sides of what they believe in. But again, we have to make sure we follow the facts. We are the solicitors of Mrs. Chinwo, herein after referred to as Minister Mercy. It is with deep concern that we address the recent controversy surrounding Mercy Chinwo's relationship with Mr. Ezekiel Tangled Easy T, her former manager. I said it was her former manager, different from what the news of course was saying. While we would have preferred to maintain silence on this matter, the severity of the falsehood being circulated compels us to clarify the facts and set the record straight. I said it before. For her to be quiet looks as if it's a bit sneaky, as if you just go behind the scenes, go and sue somebody and don't want the person to cry out. So Easy Concept was coming to cry out to the social media what I saw, what was happening, like we looked at the previous videos. But you are crying, and your crying is crying out of with falsehood inside. Allegedly, I would say, because I could see from that particular situation that Easy Concept must have been very manipulative with what he was sharing. But again, as well, sentiment is what drives on social media. For me, the fact of whatever you share is a fact I will see to discuss, but I will not have any sentiments on who I side or who I don't side on this issue. I don't have any right as well to do that. Let's go on as well here to show you some more here. Contrary to the sensational narratives, Minister Mercy did not initiate any court actions against Mr. Ezekiel Tangod EZT regarding her music catalog. At no point did she claim that 50-50 revenue split from the DSP earnings is unfair. The issue with Mr. EZT are in fact grave matters that have posed significant threats to her life and cannot be easily exhausted, but she has preferred to remain silent. Now let me clarify you on this particular fact. What we saw on the news was that EFCC were getting a court order. So that they will be able to arraign Easy Concept, of course, to court as well, for him to do what he has to do with respect to what they were investigating him for. Note that, okay? And this was because, and this is coming, and why this is linked to Messi Chinwo is because Messi Chinwo had to report to the EFCC allegedly as well about the situation, because how would EFCC come into this investigation if they were not being triggered? So was Messi Chinwo right to bring in the EFCC in this whole thing? We are going to find that out as we look at the core issue of the case, listening from the other person's side. Very, very important. So what she's saying right here is that she never had issue with the 50-50, because even I myself said it was a very good arrangement, a very good contract. But I have an issue with that contract. So let's go on. What were the real issues? Background. Minister Mercy's journey with EZT began humbly during her days as Easy's backup singer in Port Harcourt. So that of course agrees to the fact that EZT said that she started up as a backup singer. You see, at least one particular issue checked. EZT was correct on that. I was not there in their whole relationship, so you have to know that I'm just reading this, of course, objectively outside. Over time, their work relationship flourished, with EZT assuming a local parentis role, advising and mentoring her. Their relationship was not born out of a contract, but beyond. She honors him like a father. Oh, Mr. Chinwo, wonderful. He commenced managing her early in 2017. So remember, she was out of Nigerian Idol and won at 2012. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She has been away at that time for 5 years. So probably they might have had a good relationship as well from that time after she finished Nigerian Idol. I'm just giving you some facts on that. Make sure you read up her profile on Easy Concepts website, because I showed you that, of course, last time. I don't know if some of you paused to read, but anyway, facts over sentiments. You know how we do it here. So going on as well here, he says, the lawyer says, her counsel says, he commenced managing her, yes, early in 2017, introduced her to his Pastor Temple Odoko, and later specifically advised that they sign a management contract on her birthday to remarkably announce their work. He brought the contract, and it was happily executed on September 5, 2017 in Port Harcourt. Note the date and the place. So what they signed was more like a management contract, according to what Mr. Chinwo is saying, on her birthday. Do you understand? Now notice well here, EZT is someone that has experience when it comes to working with record labels because of his relationship with Frank Edwards. Let me just play this video for reference, because this was part of the videos I also saw in my research, trying to look at Frank Rich Boy's relationship with Easy Concept.
I couldn't have done it, so there is no Frank Edwards without Ezekiel Tangod, and I'm sure you can say the same thing as well. So generally I say thank you, God bless you, and to the rest of you, thank you for believing in the music. Thank you for believing in the vision. Thank you for streaming in the music and giving your support. I don't take this honor for granted. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So indeed as well, he did not start off from anywhere. There's a place that he was part of, and then he worked, would I say worked under the person of Frank Edwards in the Rocktown Nation or something. So indeed, what they signed was more like a management contract. One, note it. Work relations. The work relation was super cordial. Minister Mercy's Excess Love project was recorded in 2017 and it was a major success. Other projects followed. EZT put in the work and passion. He talked big on his vision for gospel music in Nigeria and she strongly bought into it. If this particular post was meant to malign EZT, you will see it clearly, of course, here in this particular fact. But she's acknowledging the fact that indeed he worked his ass off. He was very visionary about the gospel music scene. And this right here sounds very genuine to me. Unlike when we are reading a course easy concept post as well, out of pain, out of reaction, out of, could you trace some good compliments like this from easy concept? Hold that at the back of your mind. Facts. That's when you know when sentiment is speaking and when facts are speaking. Facts has no sentiment. Just pick the facts and let it be what it is. Let's go on. Actually, I posted on Instagram and said, this video there, easy go collect. So if you feel like I'm attacking easy, don't worry. My mind was already skewed after I looked at a couple of things. So please beat me up in the comment nicely. No break my head. If you break my head, I'll come for you. Relocation to Lagos. The grace of God was evident and need to relocate to Lagos became crucial in 2018. Just 1 year. Man, that song was a hit, I would say. Still a hit. He established the structure and they worked with unity and a common vision. Everyone was committed to the organization's vision and she was instrumental in ensuring that more gospel ministers, starting with Judy K, joined the organization early 2019. Wow, that was quite amazing of Mercy Chinwo, I would say, in this conversation. That means they had this, she was more like his first signed artist. There was no artist before Mercy Chinwo. So even the companies built, of course, the growth of it was built under her talent, his investment in her, which is a fact. But of course, they experienced that milestone growth in 1 year, and God's, hand, of course, in that song, catapulting them from Port Harcourt to Lagos. Man, no, because come on, Lagos is where they see to be. You understand? When you have arrived in Lagos, you know that you have arrived. If I come to Lagos, I want to meet some of you there. Let's go on as well here. The turning point. Towards the middle and end of 2019, commencing the third year of working with EZT, things began to change gradually. They had discussions as usual about the organizations and her plans. He expressed his intention to extend her 5-year contract to 12 years. However, she declined, stating that she got other plans. Remember, I mentioned this when I was in my first video. Those who watched the first video I made on this, you people are very... God bless you people, because some of you, I've never gotten so much compliment in my videos like that. I sat down to break down the foundation of how the music business works. You people are my real MVP. Some of you met me for the first time because of that video. You are welcome. In that video, I mentioned this whole concept of the option of extension. If the label sees that they want to keep you or you are valuable, they can decide to do away with you if the investment is not yielding fruit. So at the third year, she was already being given the idea that they can extend the contract. This was when 2019. Note this particular time, end of 2019. And she declined because this 2019 is very significant to what I'll be exposing or what she has exposed in this whole situation. Do you understand? So indeed as well, they saw her to be an asset that they want to extend the contract. Remember, the initial contract was like 5 years, but they want to extend it to like 12 years. How can you move from 5 years to 12 years? 10 more years. That means you have seen something. Business in Isigi. You understand? But again, I think she wanted to just... Let me not put words into her mouth because I read the whole document before now. So let's continue as well here as we get to go on. But are you getting where the issue started? That's why you see, when EZT was making that video he was talking about during the Mindustry conference, you understand? He made a particular comment. Listen to this.
Let's know what and who our true enemies are. There has to be continuity. Contracts are not issues when you're dealing with those international guys. They follow the contract. But why is it wrong with us? Anybody where they dodge document native, anybody where they like document native. Further says it. That's why person go claim, say, they tie hand and eye when he sign, but he chop the money will come from the signing. You benefited from the contract gave you the expression. First year, second year, third year, you didn't realize that it was wrong. Once you have started finding expression, let's cook up, let's find a lie. They will be, let's just cook up something.
Yeah, you stay 1 year, you stay 2 years, you stay 3 years. Now you are popping up, you now have sense. So you see that tallying. So you can see the emotions. Even though he posted that video critically around that time, you see that what he was talking about that was on his mind was Messi Chinwo, not anybody else. If I I'm a very, very, very jovial person, you understand? So calm down. Afterwards, she noticed that any given opportunity to address any issue, EZT would be hostile and make reference to the contract. Because I think he really wanted her to sign that contract. He started talking tough and repeatedly about the contract, okay, which was not the norm. It was at this point that she realized that she needed to have a copy of the contract. That means when she signed what she signed in 2017, she did not have a copy. This is where I had an issue with the "my confidence is in you, is in you." When some of you go and watch my face video. Go and watch my face video. In the video, the story she was telling was that she signed the contract, looked away, and then the contract was changed, which she indeed signed. That was the story that was told. And then when she saw that, oh, I have made this amount of sales, then she went and then checked the contract and said that the contract itself was different than what she signed. Now, this is painting a different picture from what she's really telling right now, because according to the real story of what she's telling right here is that she didn't have a copy of the contract when she signed a management contract with him in 2017. But the thing is that at this point right now, Messi Chinwo did not have a copy of the main contract. Are you getting the point? So how can she get to prove this case? I made it many times. When you are going to church, oh, don't keep your brain at home. This is also a learning ground for you. It's also a learning ground for me. We are learning because of this right now. If we're in a man, getting mad in a man, no, age. Okay, oh, not everybody understand it. Whatever you are doing with someone as well that you think is when they have a contract, you may forget, but in the end, if something happens tomorrow, that will be the basis of whatever issues you might have with the person. I don't know if it makes sense. So she did not have a copy when she signed the management deal because of trust, my brother. One name, hey yo, hey, let's go on here, okay? As the situation got worse in 2020, she demanded for her copy of the contract. By the way, her copy of the contract was only given at the end of the contract time on the 23rd of November 2022. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 5 years. Are you getting the point now? So moving on as well here, by the way, her copy of the contract, okay? So she only, but that's the thing. In my previous video, I was on the assumption that, wait a minute, when you sign a contract, you're supposed to take your copy home, they keep their copy. Was I there? Were you there? Some of you that say that EZT gave me money, are you normal in your head? If EZT gave me money to speak up for him, would I be coming here to come and call out, or would I say speak the side of Mr. Chinwo? If you don't know somebody, don't start. Makibido. Yeah, I don't have a guy issues, so I just like to play with my friends here. You want to go? But let's go on. This is something very serious. We have to learn from this. The reason why I like to talk about trending conversations, which is something I talk about in case you see me other places, is because we want to learn from the trends. Now we are learning. By the 4th year, the relationship had become extremely toxic as Minister Mercy started to endure untold verbal and emotional assault that literally affected her person. EZT would threaten her with statements like, "I will deal with you. I will mess you up. I made you who you are." We saw that in the video. "I can shut you up and nobody will hear you again. I will destroy your career," including the use of the F word. Sadly, on different occasions, extremely hostile, antagonistic, and abusive. This, of course, I can believe. I can believe this one because Kirigome, is it not one human being that said, "I will make you disappear" under the phone? Sometime in the past, those who have been here longer, you know. I'm not surprised that EZT can say this. It is possible. It's possible. No. Don't tell me anything that is not possible that you can say that. Now, this cannot be proven, but this is our own personal testament. It's possible when record label are having this, because I told you, most times record label believe that they are the one that amplify the voice of the artist. That are the reason why the artist is who they are. Even he himself said it in the video I played for you. You, who knows you? When I now come and invest, everything is born out of pain. It's born out of this because I want there to be structure. Oh, so that kind of person, he can say this one. He can say it. He can say it. Let's go on. EZT continues to intimidate her and isolating and bullying her, misleading people, inviting her for events about her availability. Yeah, I know about this story as well because it was also part of the conversation in the past. When she gets invited to minister at programs, the management to respond to the invitees that she was not available or that she was sick. In some cases, the management would demand an outrageous fee for her to attend programs in order to frustrate the invitation. You see, this music, this is pure business. And I say this, of course, from my first video. I don't know for ministers who don't charge how they do it, but maybe I don't know if Nathan Masi is under any record label or Dusun is under any record label, because if you are on your own, you can decide the terms of how you operate. Yes, if you are on your own doing your thing, you are your record label, you are your this, you can decide how you do your things. I don't know if you understand. I don't want to use secular people now to do an example, but you get the point. But if you're under a record label, it has to be because the record label also wants to make money. They also want to build other artists and then put them as well in line. You know, understand? You now that is also in that record label, you people now, BC and the rest of them that are still there, I hope you are also learning. Just the same way I was saying in my second video. I hope what is his name? I always call him according to his trending song. Bimide. I hope he's also, I don't know, maybe Bimide has a promotional contract or management contract or something. But all of these things that are coming out is for us to learn. Let us learn, because my eyes have also been opened as well with respect to this. So one of such heartbreaking incidents involved a church program that had been concluded for her to attend in October 2021, hosted by a father of faith in Edo State, Reverend Felix Omobode. EZT suddenly told the host that the minister Mercy could not attend because she had a terminal health problem. She got wind of it and fought back. It became chaos while she threatened it was over and done with the organization. Note the date, 2021. That was a year before the time her contract was supposed to end in 2022, probably as well by September, her birthday. She was threatened with the contract, but she insisted she will go and minister against the management's wish. Now, you see, note the term used here, management's wish, which is different from saying, record labels which or something. So she understands, of course, in the sense of them having a management contract. But we are going to get to the main issue. We are still scratching the surface. So her heart is for the people. She wants to go and minister. You understand? And then, but the record label as well, according to her, is sabotaging her by not wanting her to go, even though she's okay to go, by lying that she's not okay. And then anything as well, he brings up the contract that you sign. She's supposed to go according to the record label's wish or something. You understand? But let's go on as well here. There were invitations. After such pressure, he claimed the organizers did not make flight arrangements. So she still went. Okay, I don't know this part that said that she insisted to go and minister against the management wish. Did she carry along with the wish? Because if she went as well against the management wish, that could have been a breach of their quote-unquote contract, because there has to be an agreement with the management, the person that is receiving the artist, and with the artist as well to go. Can the management also tell her to go to where maybe her spirit does not agree to go? Because that's also one thing. You see, when it comes to music business like this, there are some, I will say it whether you like, there are some churches that even the pastor themselves is a charlatan. You understand? But the thing is that I said this as well one time when they were having this whole issue with the Buka songs, going here and going here, mingling with some people. Remember that kind of thing. What I care about myself is that the people themselves are ministered to, even if the leader of that particular ministry might be someone that is very questionable. I'm just telling you the fact. Do you understand? So in that case as well here, what defines as well where a minister goes to minister? Is it the money that they pay, the credibility of the ministry that are going? Does God want the minister to even minister there? Because sometimes one thing you have to know is that the music ministers as well sometimes can be used as a means to gather crowd, because this person is coming, I'm going there. Because she's on the flyer, I'm going there to go and listen to her. I don't know if you understand. Okay? And the minister, of course, what matters I would say for me is that the heart of the minister, ministering to the people. Yes, there's money involved, business here and there. Come on, ministry does not run on sawdust. It runs on money. Money. I've never been against you giving to ministries ever on this platform. What matters is the mindset as well that leads to that. So what I'm trying to emphasize right here is that what defines where they go and where they don't go. When you don't bring in money in the subject as well, like let's say those who don't charge and they say, oh, they follow the leading of God and all that, they might have their own premise for how they decide on where to go. That doesn't mean that when they go somewhere you don't get to probably honor them for their presence as well, understanding because you have brain sitting on your head that they spend money as well to come here. They have people that are working for them. They have other people, instrumentalists and all that. So you can, but they don't get to put a price tag on. Before I come to your church, 10 million. Before I come here, 20 million. Do you understand? So, but when it comes to her with the record label, it's official. But again, as well here, she still wants to go despite the issues that, or the lie that has been told that she's not feeling well when she's feeling well. You understand? Because they want to really sideline her or something. But again, as well, bringing up the contract as well was quite interesting. But the question right now is that the contract that they're bringing up to really, antagonize her, is that the contract that she signed? But let's go on as well here. She was led to sow a seed. Okay, let me show. Okay, there were interventions after much pressure. He claimed the organizers did not make flight arrangements. She said she will attend by any means. He eventually booked a flight. So EZT booked a flight. To her surprise, her host came along with a medical team to the airport to receive her, believing she was unwell and may need support. That means indeed, he told them non-fa. Meanwhile, Minister Macy also discovered that her ticket and that of EZT had long been booked by the host. EZT, what? Kudi. Imano iha kana akpo Mary. I'm speaking Igbo because I know he will understand. Iha kana akpo Mary. Ihe ka na-akpọ konja ihe ka na-akpọ arụrụ man maka why ọ bụ not the money serve ebe increase the money ego na-abatakwa abata ọ bụ not money bụ nsogbu. So nke a bụ not na ị nwere personal issue because one thing ịma bụ na ọ na-eje na-eme ministry ọ na-eje na-eme all these ministrations and all of this. I'm doing there's translation on the screen. Please don't be angry that I'm speaking Igbo. Okay, ọ na-eje eme ụmụ ministration ọ na-eme ebe a ịma na ọkwa ya yada ndị mmadụ yada amara. So echi ọbụna gịnị ya anọghọ yotago ọya anọ nkwa gidigba na-emekwa ife ọ na-eme n'afa Chukwu. So mgbe ọfọ na mmanwị na awa idegeba mbọ ka efọ na mara mbọ EZT kuna mụtọ mkpọm me artist efo nye gị agam kuna mụtọ mkpọm me artist sa nanga na mmanwị agam artist efo nye gị agam asuko koru ke npom mpong akpena mamma utom pom amma yoro ko fien ke yege mbo ke na mamme meshi chingorem so mbo kuna mutom pom ba o manga vien mbo ide mbo fo na mai da mi ide mbo ayene ba se gbena ma ni mere ke tabu ihe nwa umu Chineke le deme. Let's go on. Reconciliation. This was a major issue, of course, in this conversation because we looked at Apostle Anselm's side, we looked at EZT's side. Okay, now we are looking at Mercy Chinwo's side. You understand? Ndine mama. Hey! I know say Mercy Chinwo fans they vex from, but I have to read the facts. The assumptions I was making are what I'm seeing here. Okay? Though broken, she made efforts at reconciliation. We did hear say EZT was the one making effort. After I was watching this what is this called? After I watched Sati, that easy. Okay, even when Sati was speaking, Sati, you know. When you were speaking, you were the one that was you were not telling us that it was EZT that was making effort. You were the one that is making effort because you know both parties. In fact, so he's someone that is very, 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 very active when it comes to their relationship. So him trying to bring mediation, I understand, but it was not EZT. It was you. So well done, sir. God bless you. We'll look at your video later. Now I don't want to play it, because all of these people have seen it. If you have not seen this video, tell me, or if you have not seen this video already before. But say me, I know they play. I don't come here and play video for you to watch. I play and I talk. Tell me in the comments. Device in the Kuregu Yobara. Oh, guys, you Kuregu on a me put them over. So let's go on, okay? For me, I rejoice in my trials. That's the kind of person I am. So if you dey vex for me, hey, you are finished already. Let's go on as well. She was led to sow a seed. Let's go on as well. She prayed and had discussions with her spiritual mentor. She decided to make a deliberate effort to restore the good working relationship. And then she was led to sow a seed to him. She bought a brand new SUV for him as a seed. Man. She made efforts and they tried to achieve a genuine reconciliation. They reconciled, but he was more particular about posting the car on social media to appreciate her. She declined and things got worse. Why would she decline? Let me think. I think she doesn't want there to be a public show of it. You understand? Yeah. Oh, Mr. Chinwo buys manager. But for him to want to post about it on social media, no one knew that you guys had an issue behind the scenes. It was not public. This issue, no one knew about this issue behind the scenes. So him posting it as well wouldn't make any difference. But she not wanting that to be posted as well would mean that maybe she doesn't want it to look like, oh, maybe she made so much money and then she bought the manager a car or something. You understand that kind of thing, but that is what she wants. Just don't post it. It's for you. I've done that here before when people supported me financially, but later I had to stop because people were now saying that the reason why I'm announcing people is because I'm looking for more people to donate. So I understand the psychology of how they have been trained in church, that this is what maybe their pastors do. Oh, this person gave this so that it will motivate. So I stop. So if I have to maybe send the person a private message, thank you very much. That is it. But I don't know if you get the point of what I'm saying. So the situation worsened as there was no longer trust. She lived in tears. She had to narrate her experience to Minister Choma Jesus. Choma me, Choma. Because Choma Jesus is like, I think she's like Mama G in this whole situation. Because her name was mentioned, of course, by Sati in this whole thing. But we'll look at that later. Whose intervention led to the management returning her call lines to her in December 2021 to manage her program scheduling herself. So Choma Jesus nwere ezigbo influence because no gwa Choma Jesus mere management ji were number. Nye message okay, English. Because she told Choma Jesus makes them to take the lines and then give to her to okay, you can now manage your bookings yourself without removing her cost of logistics for travels and remunerations for her team members, which she must pay. She remitted an absolute total of 50% of any gift or honorarium with date and evidence to EZT. If she delayed, he would certainly send a mail. So indeed, because of course, EZT will monitor. Anye, dinego, I gotta monitor that thing. Or business can go here, anya have spiritual this thing. So, or business can go here, anya have spiritual this thing. So it makes sense. I can believe this, of course, realistically, looking at the preceding issues that happened. Do you understand? But note that EZT also claimed that she was not remitting. So EZT suspect that she had gone to some program that she did not remit any money. Yeah, that was part of the claim. So those who are watching this video for the first time, there was a video before this one too. If you have not watched those two videos, before you talk and I give you woto in the comment, you have to know that we have discussed about this before. Case of forgery. This is the one that EZT. Bianso here. Give for the female. I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. Who am I to even be tolerating or not tolerating? I don't like it. And nobody reading this as well will like it because it is indeed very, very questionable. Let's go on. After her contract had expired on the 5th of September 2022, her birthday, Minister Mercy was directed to get her copy of the contract from his pastor, Temple Odoko, who has now become their mutual father, and she got her copy November 22nd, 2022. Shockingly, it turned out that the contract that was signed in 2017 had been replaced with another contract made in 2019. A new contract made in 2019 was altered to seem as if it was a document signed in 2017. That is forgery. Where is my cane? Wait, because EZT, I have to do this thing that they have been doing on Facebook. This thing that they do on Facebook. I don't know if people see that thing they do on Facebook. If you want to take me to court because of this one, take me to court because I saw the document. This is wire. Package charge your phone. This is wire. Oh yeah. Where is EZT? Bring EZT here. Why did you do that? Why did you do it? See, I don't deflog myself. Yo, my leg. Hey. Oh my God. Come here. EZT, why would you do that? Let me show you. Look at, before I get to show you as well, because I have the contract here. Clearly on the face of the contract, at the front page, the 2029 was altered to 2027, which makes sense because when he wanted her to sign 12 years contract, he had already prepared the contract and wanted her to sign. So that particular contract he wanted her to sign to extend her contract that she already signed prayer is what he's now using to be the invoked contract that they both have, even though she was sharing 50-50 already with him based on the former contract. So what must have been in this situation? That begins to make sense, because if they only signed a management contract, let me ask you a question, EZT, because you were also working as in the management of the person of Frank Edwards and in his record label. Do you have a 50-50 split with Frank Edwards in his record label with his songs? You have to state that. Okay, opening in a video. Okay, yeah, konja. Do you have a 50-50 split with him? Okay, you are not a record, because the new contract seemed like a record label contract. But the thing is that Mercy Chinwo does not have the copy of the one she signed before. Eba can mistake it. We should also learn. I read through the contract, everything, 25 pages. It is online for everybody to see. I don't have it exclusively before somebody wake up from one side of his bed and tell me that I'm working for Mercy Chinwo, that she send me contract. Mona Mercy Chinwo, we have not talk. We don't talk. We don't know. I don't know her. I don't know EZT. This is actually there on NigerianEye.com law website. It was there posted. Now them post them themselves. But I'll get to that. I'll look at the document. We'll look at it. We'll focus on it. Focusing. However, the commencement page was carelessly reading 2029. And I saw it too. I will show it to you because what she's saying here is fact. EZT is challenged in one word to release the first 3 pages and the execution page of the contract in public. The contract to date has no original, just the photocopy. EZT, I talk I'm say today, you go collect. How can you manipulate the whole industry? You people should mind yourself. If you are trusting EZT like this, that is what they are challenging you. Mercy Chinwo, it's good as you take your time and respond to them. Because me, I said in my first video, I said that you not responding to this looks a bit sneaky. Should be a talker. But now you stating the record straight right now. You see, my audience here who like to face facts with us. You know, me, I not there anywhere. Now, fact, where you put out, I go discuss them the way they jejely. And I go. If you like, take me to court. Take me to Jupiter. We'll do it. I will just say, I saw, I came, I saw, I spoke. I don't conquer. You see people that are supposed to conquer yourself. Let's go on as well here. Clearly, on the face of the contract, okay, let's go on. Due diligence revealed that after signing the original contract in 2017, 2 years later, when they had relocated to Lagos, EZT secured the services of a prominent and respected law firm in Lagos, Udo Udoma and Bello Osage, to prepare a new contract in 2029. The contract was used to substitute the 2017 original contract. The contract was prepared and sent to him via email in 2019 by Udo Udoma and Bello Osage. He altered the front page of the contract to read 2017 and claimed it was the contract signed. Meanwhile, the commencement date was carelessly left as 2019 in the document. He refused to release the original contract signed in 2017, but the new one he has to release it. Now it makes sense why he was able to, how the EFCC were able to cap out thousands of dollars from him. Kita ko make sense. Now let me show you the page. Look at the page on your screen right now. Look at the page. Look at the contract on your screen right now. Their contract. Show yourself here before I. So look at it. Say here. Look at the contract. Artist recording and management agreement. Artist recording and management agreement. Dated 5th day of September 2019. According to what the lawyer signed. So don't blame the lawyer like this, Ketao, because lawyer did it 2019 and wrote the date. Lawyer was not part of the konja. It was EZT that did the konja. But the question right now is that this particular signature that is put on it, I know there's a way you can actually take a picture of a signature that has been signed somewhere, use Photoshop to cut it, carve it out, and paste it somewhere else. It is possible. This signature as well here, these 2 signatures here signed on the date that has been altered. Is it the signature of Mercy Chinwo? If that is Mercy Chinwo's signature and his signature there, okay. Ekwesi Piagi is supposed to flog you 24 lashes. 24 lashes for this kind of forgery. This kind of thing can take somebody to, and you are putting this particular law firm in disrepute. If it is the same law firm that is working with you now that we're doing this I hope it's not the same lawyers that are here that are with you. Because if it is the same people, man, couldn't na here because. And if you look at let me show you because what she said, I have to prove what he said right here as well. Okay, let me go as well here to the pages as well so that you can see what's up as well here. Okay, I'm going to show you the dates, one of the dates as well that is saying 2019 in that part, because indeed that in the inside the pages of the contract as well, it reads 2019. It justifies why Mr. Chinwo cannot trust you. It justifies why you cannot be trusted. You change the front, remember change inside. Now may God expose you. That's why you get to it. That's how you expose yourself. If you look at the contract, it even says here this agreement is dated this day of this dash 2019. If you sign agreement in 2017, why would you be dating it 2019 as if you are going to start the contract 2019 when you signed 2017? Because you said that you signed hard 2017. Is the concept. You signed outside on top. You forget inside to sign on top. So this right here as well is clear forgery. And this is also where they signed again below. Let me see. I saw two signatures as well here below. Let me go there. I saw two signatures here on page 3. Who are the ones that own these two signatures as well? I don't know. Is it Mr. Chinwo's signature? So it has to be clarified if the signatures I'm seeing on each of the pages, it has to be clarified if the signatures I am seeing on each of the pages are really Mr. Chinwo's signature. And then the back cover here, this is where it becomes more interesting. The back cover here, it says here, the common seal of the within named Easy Concept Limited was affixed in the presence of director. Okay, so that is the director's signature, and then director secretary in the presence of Toby Godwin, date 2017. Toby Godwin, date 2017, and signature of the person, executed by the with name minister Messi Chinwo. And this is Messi Chinwo's signature. Now I'm seeing Messi Chinwo's signature now. So if you look at the back, of course, here, Messi Chinwo's signature you see in 2017, is that the signature that is above on the front page? The answer is Mbano. So this is what I see right here happening in the presence of Reverend Temple O. Oduku. 2017, they signed and wrote the date. Why is it that the other signatures that are on different pages are not signed and the date, of course, written of that signature signed? Does it make sense right now? So Messi Chinwo's signature looks like a N on the first page. Let me now look at subsequent pages because her signature looks like a N. There's N there. N. I hope from what I'm observing at this point, I think Easy T has to provide the original signature of those particular documents, like the original document, because what he shared with the Nigerian law is a photocopy. The photocopy, and she is also asking for the original as well, not sharing photocopy. Because what I'm thinking now is that if she was the one that signed every pages, 25 pages, she will remember that she signed on the footnote and in front of the pages herself. But again, they gave themselves away when they the inside of the document starts with saying dated 2019, and it's going to make sense from what his own law firm is saying and why Easy T had to change his lawyer, because the lawyers that are standing with him now are not the lawyers that drafted this particular document. Easy T, why? And the signatures, of course, they look different. If they were looking like copy and paste, I would say, oh, okay, they just copy the same signature and then paste. So let me see something as well at the last page, because I'm doing this live and the analysis live so that you can see that it's not as if I just kind of like pre-planned. As I'm shooting this video as well, I'm doing the analysis. So what we see here is that Messi Chinwo's signature that has a bit of an N inside, they did not even sign it well. Look at Messi Chinwo's signature here, and look at the signature that is on the first page, because whether it is A or N, it has this N and then a say. If you look at the two signatures as well, the one that Messi Chinwo duly signed 2017, I am even assuming that she was the one that signed this one behind, because the way it looks like the same pen that was used to sign the one for in presence of Toby Godwin. It has the same kind of intensity with also the one that is used to sign hers. Others are a little bit lighter. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's also, but again, the pastor, that his pastor, A pastor was involved there, Reverend Temple Odoko. You have to also uphold your integrity as a pastor and say the truth as well. If this is what, okay, I don't know whether pastor even read the whole document itself. That's why I'm suggesting what I will be suggesting, of course, in this video, which could be that if she signed this, then let's listen to what I have to say. And look at the one that is in front of the paper, and of course on the pages, of course, you can see that there's a difference. That is clear forgery. Okay, this is why, you see, this is why you people should have done this settlement closed door, back door. Now you have not just exposed yourself as record label doing shady something. Allegedly, only Easy T has the original copy. Easy T, where is the original copy that was signed in 2017? Mr. Chinwo, if you knew, you could have collected one copy for yourself. Well, how you could do it? Because court now, they'll just abado everything. Okay, let's go on as well here to look at what she says as well here. Okay, at an investigation meeting, our managing partner, Pelumi Olajingbesi, respectfully asks Mr. Mena Ajapovi, Esquire, partner to Udo Odoma and Bello Osage, to speak to the integrity of the contract. The partner confirmed that while they drafted the contract in 2019, it was never signed in their presence, as Easy T claimed. He added that their firm only sent it to him via email and was not aware of the 2017 alterations on the contract. This exposed the fact that it was not the same contract signed in 2017 in Port Harcourt. But that was not supposed to be so. It is important to reiterate that while the 2017 contract was just about 5 pages, 2019 contract, which was introduced by Easy T to replace the old contract, was 25 pages, allocating lifetime ownership of all music works to Easy T and coached in a manner intended to perpetually have Minister Mercy in servitude. I took time as well to read it. Now, that is a normal record label situation, contract, and I saw the rights when it comes to the royalties and everything. I can read it for you, but this particular document is open. You can see it yourself. That's why I stood on the, when I looked at what she made in her music video as well, I was like, but this is what normally happens in record labels. If you have a record label deal, that is a normal thing. So maybe this is what I'm thinking. Let me help you understand what I think may have been the idea of what happened between Mercy Chinwo and Easy T in 2017, which makes sense of what Mercy Chinwo was saying, that she was supposed to own the right of her music if they had only a management deal. Gulu gulu what I'm saying right now, ChatGPT it. There's a difference between a management deal and a record label deal. Let me get to explain this. So I'm going to read this as well right here out of Gulu Gulu. A management deal involves an artist hiring a manager to oversee their career across all aspects, including business decisions, personal branding, and opportunities, while a label deal is a contract with a record label that focuses primarily on producing, distributing, and promoting the artist's music, typically with the label owning a portion of the rights of the music itself. Essentially, a manager handles the artist's overall career while a label handles the recording and distribution of their music. Now remember, specifically key differences. Number one, the scope of responsibility. A manager oversees all aspects of the artist's career, including personal life, while a label primarily focuses on the music production and distribution side. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, read the title of this particular contract that came in 2019. Now you see what I'm saying. Okay, because she said they signed a managerial deal in 2017 when they were in Port Harcourt. Relationship with the artist. Managers usually have a more personal and close relationship with the artist, managing day-to-day activities, while labels have a more business-oriented relationship. So remember how their relationship was at first. Close, family. Oh, someone that was a backup singer. Okay, let me manage you. That kind of thing. Okay, but label is more like business. And remember, like I said, when I was listening to Easy T's side, business is business, and I spoke on my face video based on business. I don't take back any words I say in my face video. It was based on facts because of what I understand a record label deal is, different from what I'm now seeing right now. Next, of course, financial structure. Managers typically earn a percentage commissions from the artist's overall income, while labels receive a share of revenue generated from the music sales and stream. Do you see the difference? That's why when I was trying to give a difference between in my first video, I don't know if I cut that part out, but I was trying to give a difference between when a record label tries to make an artist independent by giving them managers, that those managers as well, by giving them, let's say, managers, like how you see Don Jazzy have Rema and others. Rema would have someone that is managing him. Other people as well that are in the record label will have people that are managing them in their individual pursuits while being under the global, or would I say the mother Maven record. Do you understand? So when you look at that, of course, clearly you see that when it comes to record labels, of course, right here, it's a different thing when it comes to managers. So if they have a manager, let's say in Marvin Records, who is someone managing Rema or managing other artists as well, they have a share as managers. Like you will hear the person of Ubi Franklin say that my 10%, me or my 10, I must collect my 10%. I don't know how many percent they will give me for this talk I'm talking now. Even if it's 0.22%, give me. Give me your oh, don't mind me, I can be jovial. Ownership of music. A manager does not own the artist's music. Do you hear? That was what they signed. While a label often owns the right of the music they produce and distribute. Do you see that what I said as well, understanding it to be a record label relationship, was facts? Managers do not own rights, do not own the artist's music. So it makes sense what Mercy Chinwo signed compared to what she was now being told that she signed when she received the copy years later. Maybe they thought she would have amnesia for Ochefugo. But note something as well here. EZT was acting like a record label when he signed a managerial deal with her. So either EZT was learning on the job, maybe as he has gone to Lagos, meet Don Jazzy. Please, I'm not dragging Don Jazzy into this. Makune Unubido. What was his track record with Frank Edwards? He was not a record label boss. He was just a manager in Frank Edwards' record label. He just had percentage, not like a record label. He was not a record label with Frank Edwards. So he took the same pattern of what he knows. So probably is what I'm thinking. The deal he signed with Frank Edwards, he just took that same deal. Now that he wants to start his own business, he took the same deal as well here and signed as well with Mercy Chinwo. Now when you now realize that, oh, okay, may have a record label and kanka, seeing the bigger part or the bigger picture of running a record label, what did he do? He now had to change it to make it look like she signed a recording deal, a record label deal, when she only signed a management deal. Oh, I like the comment sections when I make videos. But yeah, do you understand? Let's go back as well here. So that was just me giving you pointers. Okay, now it is okay. Let's go on as well here. Other issues. EZT in the continued on one English Feraho. EZT in the continuous onerous act doctored reports received from Symphonic, Africori, and YouTube by not declaring the correct revenue split to be paid out to the Minister Mercy. He brought documents in the mid-year of the contract that she needs to sign to help recover her revenue from publishing as songwriter. Yet he falsely listed himself as the writer of her song to receive revenues as both writer and producer. This is the point where I get to talk about the person that was on Nedu Wadobia's platform, the producer that said that he was ripped. Now, not all producers are entitled to split sheets when it comes to publishing rights. A producer that did not significantly contribute to the lyrics or composure of a song is not entitled to publishing split. But if your work is just the recording, Google what I'm saying here, Gulu it, okay? But him here listing himself as both the writer and producer couldn't make it even Kabikon. Let's go on. He refused to remit her a penny from the publishing revenue for the past 7 years. From inception till date, Minister Mercy didn't make it an issue. Remember I told you, Akwa Guaramono, there is publishing rights and then there is the right, of course, on the masters. That means she had not received 1 kobo from publishing. Hey, EZT. Could you make I flog him again? EZT, could run at the Henkabikon? Yet you came out and brought proof of people that their name is in publishing when it comes to your record label. Now, what kind of manipulation is this one? That is manipulation. Yes, order. If what she's saying here is true, that is manipulation. Manigini, ipu. EZT claimed he has paid her over $600,000. That couldn't have been the reason for the issue. Minister Macy recorded and released almost 40 songs with him. Whatever he has remitted to her is from the 50-50% ratio, and she has never complained about the percentage. Oga EZT, even if you signed a managerial deal with her, 50% is a rip-off as a manager, as just a manager. Oh, that percentage. The percentage you might have would be the earnings, okay? But when it comes to the record itself, it belongs to the artist. This is the problem you have, EZT. You grew, you started with her as you started with her with the mindset of a record label. But what you understood was a managerial relationship. So she signed a managerial relationship. But you got to realize about what it means to be a record label, what it entails, and then what happened? You now decided to do forgery on top. So yes, as well, you might have assisted her with investing in her life, everything she earned from it, because you said, oh, the person he earned and now you are now wise. Share the context of what she signed. Let everybody see what you have. Now you share this one. No? Share what she signed in 2017 because you have it. That is where you got the part she signed from behind and attach it to the end with the witnesses that were there. So you have the 2017 deal that she signed. So share that part as well. Let us see. Not this conja you have shared, because you have seen the lie inside and the lawyers have confirmed. And she doesn't have an issue with that 600k you mentioned. Just that you have exposed to the world that more ego dinner this musical. How much have you pocketed? Publishing na you holamo. Now we have to revisit that case, that Nedu Wezobia person. We have to revisit him because I need to really listen to him again and understand his input in the music and if he deserves to have a publishing right as well as a producer, because it becomes very, very significant. I know just forget about that one. Then I'll look at it with Sinach and her producer as well, because if people are making me angry in my spirit and everybody will collect water. Nobody gave me this office, just so you know. Now me give myself this office of analyzing trend. I know the only church matter they talk about before when I say I am antichrist. We get they talk about other things. Make una know that one. After the contract, Minister Macy made significant effort to record an additional album before the expiration of her contract. She had clear instructions on the songs, wrote them down and sent a list to EZT requesting a recording schedule. However, his response were dismissive, with one reply stating, "Now you they teach me my work now." Another time indicating he was too busy at the time. He wanted to play delay tactics so that her contract time would expire when she has not delivered the album, so that he will now have a reason to keep her longer and be like, you have breached your contract, you're supposed to give us 5 albums, but you are not giving us 5 albums and then you are ending your contract. Why? Is it Ibu? You are manipulating, allegedly, if I'm seeing this here. If you like, take me to court, I don't care. If general overseers can sue me to court, who are you that you cannot sue me? Sue me, and I me talk am. Now me they tell you now, make you sue me for calling you a manipulator. Sue me, no problem. What I'm seeing right here is what is indeed manipulative. If what she said, listen, no, allegedly, if what she says here is true, you're a manipulator, just so you know that. So when you are seeing me, make sure you copy my words clearly. My address is in mass. Because this becomes quite annoying. After the original contract, which spanned from 2017 to 2022 had expired, EZT insisted that the contract be extended. He knows about this clause. That was why he wanted to do that earlier. He justified this by citing the fact that a third album had to be recorded, referencing a questionable contract clause from 2019, which is a fact. But that 2019 contract is false ab initio. EZT, you are Apostle Anselm's Madabuko intervention. Apostle Anselm attempted to help resolve the matter on several occasions. We were advised to forgive and forget, and we happily did. Udo. EZT was told to remit Minister Macy's due, and everyone agreed on the independent audit. A neutral auditor was appointed. The audit was about to start when EZT pulled out and refused to comply further on the excuse that his lawyer was not at the meeting where the audit was agreed upon. Sense. Akonuche sense. Akifu sense. The auditor had to resign for lack of cooperation. Having seen the volume of revenue coming, he had to manipulate a new contract. Do you understand? That was it. Oh, okay. God. Business, me, I'm learning, no. God, no, God, no. You don't know what is going on. You will see crazy. Messi Chinwo does suffer for easy hard though. She does suffer. Because if people had agreed though, he have met and agreed. So because he now went out and said, nah, maybe he went home and was thinking, I don't agree to this thing now, but the way it be, if they audit this thing now, it go expose me, sha. Make I just tell them, say, oh, my lawyer will not there there, so I no agree again. Yeah. Let's go on. Forgery and diversion investigation. At the EFCC panel in 2024, with all parties present and their lawyers, it was established that the sum of 270,000 had been unlawfully retained and diverted by EZT from digital platforms revenues, reviewed as at Deno. EZT claimed Minister Macy had asked him to help keep part of the revenue to avoid mismanagement and that he was holding the remaining to ensure reconciliation before releasing the payment. He stated that there was no intention to steal. He was understood and the money was recovered peacefully. EZT, why did you say now that they put you under duress? We are going to hear what you and your lawyers were saying. We'll listen to it because it is here in this video. You said it yourself that you were under duress and you had to say that, so you had to release the money to release yourself. Let's go on as well here, okay? EZT now admitted at the EFCC office for the very first time that there was two contracts. The originally signed one in 2017 and another one that he introduced 2 years after the actual contract has been signed. He, however, appealed that the matter be settled amicably in peace. He started crying and preached peace. Minister Macy broke down emotionally, also in tears. There was forgiveness and reconciliation at EFCC. Now so EFCC they look them like this. What is going on here? Even the presence of God came to the EFCC branch. God is doing wonders, so but the presence did not enter some people's hearts. It was hanging and they were just crying emotional. Maybe Messi Chinwo herself, because you see, look at this point, she did not say, hey, I will deal with you, I will finish you, because when I was listening to Sati here, the people that were strong in their hearts for Messi Chinwo were like Choma Jesus and the rest that he was mentioning. Now it makes me understand why those people were saying that he must rot in jail, he must finish in jail. But Messi Chinwo herself, my confidence is in you, Now you see, now I'm now putting the context of the song. She put her confidence in God. Excess love, oh, your love is kind. Oh, your love is patient. Yeah, you feel my heart. Oh, with so much peace and joy. I beg, oh, make una no copyright this thing what they do now. I beg. Now just song what they sing. I don't even know whether the lyrics are correct, but the song is in my Odimonobi. In our different guitar. EZT, why now? You people even cried. Who was the one that said that they both cried? I think it was Sati that was saying that they both cried and forgave each other. What is happening? Let's go on here. I never finish. The legal practitioner representing Mr. EZT, Depo Akin Sosun-san, senior partner at Simmons Copper Partners, admonished that parties should settle as Christian family. EZT apologized in tears to Minister Mercy and reconciliation was encouraged. Parties settled and the Land Silk encouraged that a settlement agreement be prepared and signed afterwards. Because no be after crying, like imagine after they agreed about an auditor, Oga ran. Now you have come and cry. After crying, biao akunuma unebechana kwa come back. No, why am I putting Oga's picture here? You who have finished crying, please come back. Let's come and sign this one because they're crying. You forget that you cry. You too, you forget that you cry. But what we will not forget is what we write on this paper. Now I'm beginning to see the importance of writing down. Be writing down because you cannot trust human beings. Human beings will always be human beings. Maybe I've told you people this here before. Okay. A draft agreement was prepared and sent to us by the Learned Silk representing EZT, outlining terms aimed at amicably resolving the matter. After reviewing the draft, we provided our input to address certain terms and awaited the signing of the final settlement agreement. However, upon following up with the Learned, the last response remained that we should wait for them to, because this person bring their term, this person say, oh, we have to tweak some things. Wait, then brings us to the court case. Just as we were waiting for EZT to finalize the settlement peacefully by signing, we were told that EZT had engaged a new Isn't he cool, the man, Babu? What kind of human being are you? Your own lawyer don't cast you, say, a matter of my. I'm seeing that you engage a new. Okay. Anyway, I'm not surprised. It's normal. Had engaged a new lawyer and had taken the matter to court. So Easy T is the one that took the matter to court, not Messi Chinwo. Easy T. Easy T was the one who filed a court case against Messi Chinwo and Judy K separately in suit number LMDC 924-9. So now I have to go and change. You see, this is now fact because my former thumbnail said while Messi Chinwe sued. So Messi Chinwe did not sue. It was Easy T that sued. Easy T, you have to prove this. So because anyway, I followed what the blogs as well. What is trending that Messi T sued. Messi Chinwe sued Easy Concept, so I have to also go and change the thumbnail there. But I was discussing the fact because thumbnails are supposed to help you understand what you're about to watch, so I'm going to change that as well so that we get to understand, so that anyone who gets to see that video later will know that Messi Chinwe did not sue, even though that was what was reported. But again, that's why we are updating. The same Easy T published the false report of Minister Chinwe taking him to court for a catalog to mislead the public and draw sentiments or pity on him. And I said that here, that this right here, Easy T is trying to draw sentiment with the whole catalog thing because nobody should be talking about catalog if you really sign a record label deal. Like nobody should be talking about that. So Easy T, you need to be studied in Harvard. How you could deceive thank God say I know they take side. So now fact where I see, I go just take discuss as a day. That's why I always say when something is trending like this, everybody give your side. I don't have to pick my phone and imagine me now. Think about it. Who do you know me? You don't know me. Messi Chinwo don't know me. Judike don't know me. EDT don't know me. Imagine me now. Can you pick your phone and call Messi Chinwo and tell Messi Chinwo, I want to really understand this thing. I'm hearing that you did this. Did you do it? I don't need to come and call Messi Chinwo and tell Messi Chinwo, did you do it or not do it? I don't need to come and call EDT. I don't talk to any of them. I don't know them. They don't know me. I don't even want to know them. Do you understand? I discuss what I see and it was on everywhere. It was on social media everywhere. So would Easy T actually sponsor that particular news to look as if that means you are really trying to sabotage her personality? You are trying to really discredit her that she took you to court. Why? Are you normal? He filed another suit in court against the EFCC for investigating the allegation. We later heard that he has been charged for fraud by EFCC. A warrant of arrest issued for him to be compelled to appear before the court. The EFCC are the one that are now the one taking him to court because they discovered his fraud after crying. That spirit of God, Easy T. Now, those of you that are under that label, like I was advising the label of Messi Chinwo's husband and those who are there. Those of you that are under that label, now focus well on Easy T. You people are planning to do Mindustry again conference. I'll watch it. I'll be there live and direct watching it. If you like, don't put it on internet. Don't worry. Somebody will still tell me how it went about. I will see what the people will discuss there because you have to why? So EFCC is doing the right thing by taking you for fraud. Not Messi Chinwo, not Messi. EFCC is doing the right thing. That's their job. Let's go on. Minister Messi firmly believes that the Lord has settled her and wiped away her tears, reaffirming her position that these issues are not beyond resolution. However, ADT should tell the world, as he has been doing, what happened in 2017 contract she signed in Port Harcourt, what is the reason behind the introduction of a new Lagos-based contract in 2019? Why was the document forged and why he has refused to inform the public about the true state of the two contracts? Minister Macy's deeply appreciate your prayers, love and continued support during this time. Now, let me say this as well. At this point, I have to say this. Minister Chinwo, if my first video in any way offended you, and those of you who are Minister Chinwo's fans, can you see my mkwabo? I duly apologize if whatever I said offended you or any of your people, okay? Whatever I spoke was based on the facts that were published, okay? I don't have any right to pick my phone and call anybody and tell anybody to hear their side. I'm not a judge. I'm just an analyst. I see something trending, I sit down and discuss about it. I give my opinion on the subject and what I'm seeing happening. The assumptions I gave in the first video, of course, I talked about this, which many people have watched, but they didn't watch the second one. I don't know why. Is what I'm seeing right now happening with your own side of the story. And it's good as well you shared your own side of the story, because it's a social media brouhaha that is happening between both of you. And he was able to, the Bible says, of course, yeah, the first one that gets to speak, he may not always be right until you hear the other side. So I've looked at almost every side here. I'll go to GDK's one, of course, maybe in my next video. I'll look at GDK's case as well, because this is clear manipulation. Even him posting this video of GDK, giving him accolades and all that as well, it's very, very social media manipulation. So people will now go and start be giving GDK woto for what is happening as well in the situation. But again, I will still stand by saying that Minister GUC will go far, like I said in my second video, because I think his own situation is very clear. Why? EZT must have learned from experience with Mercy Chinwo, with his own mistake, I would say, which is trying to capitalize on with the whole forgery, and now made clear terms with GUC and the rest of them, and then GDK and all that. That's why it's not a conversation with GDK, GUC and all that. So GUC, no problem. Anything will happen, no problem. He just left peacefully, graduated with certificates. Now we are understanding Mercy Chinwo's situation. Please, I want you to run. If you are watching this for the first time, you don't know who Mercy Chinwo is, run to her Instagram, run to her Facebook, everywhere. No. Tell her I sent you, or the BRG community sent you and tell you that okay, I don't think she will watch my video, but those who like her will watch my video. If she's offended, I'm very sorry. But I thank her for really making it clear for my audience. If not, I'll be a subject of maligning people when the facts are false. Like I say as well here, what I said on that particular video, my dear friends, it was based on fact. I took time as well to educate you on how the music business works, thinking that it was more like a record deal per se. But I've taken my time on this video to differentiate between management deal, record deal as well. So indeed, for her to even be sharing 50-50 with him. Okay, but the question right now is, in what they signed in 2017, does Mercy Chinwo own her music rights? Is it to work with Frank Richboy? Does Frank Richboy own his music right because he worked as a manager and other administrative roles as well in Frank Edwards' record? He would have percentages, but does he own Frank Edwards' music and sound? Does he own it like a record label? Someone that is kneeling down and Frank Edwards is the one praying for him and commissioning him. Is it a person who is the one that owns his stuff? So Frank Edward as well would own his stuff, but work with him as his manager and all of that. But do you get the point I'm trying to make here? I don't know if you understand. Some of you, I don't know, because I have to still explain to you in the comment. But do you understand what I'm saying? That particular contract in 2017 is what really does matter. The only thing is that Mercy Chinwo did not have a copy, but she knew that what she signed was not to relinquish her music or her songs, her masters to him, because we know what the management deal itself is from a record label deal. And EZT just felt that, in my opinion, he felt that this is not what it's supposed to be based on how he's acting or how he's behaving. So he had to start putting his name here. How can you put your name as songwriter? You normal. Okay. What can you even sing, EZT? You might be good in instrumental, all of those things, but now you sing the song? Now you write them? And she has not received publishing. Since she worked with you, she had not received any publishing split, and she no talk. Now only royalty to be say, okay, official, YouTube, Africa, all of that. That one self, even that one self, there's doctoring inside. This one are ripping. Who go rip you? No go stress you. Person talk am. Make another reference. Who go rip you? No go stress you. It is well. Make a note. If I want to, I can talk for 5 hours. You know me. If you got up to this point, please tell us in the comment. Just write. If you got up to this point, just write in the comment. God bless you, Mercy Chinwo. Please just write. Start your comment with that. God bless you, Mercy Chinwo. God bless Mercy Chinwo. Excess love. Follow Mercy Chinwo. Mercy Chinwo. In fact, from what I'm seeing here, I love you, and I don't think. EZT, from what I'm seeing here, this is fact. I don't know what you will come and cook up again tomorrow to counter this. You have countered GDK. We'll look at that later. But this one, tell us the truth. I'll hold you by your blockers. It is well. See you later. Bye-bye.